Alright guys, we are getting ready to get going on this thing. The guys just left for the truck meet, so I'm going to try and get some stuff done. I got Keller's truck all finished up and looking clean. Nate cleaned his truck up good. Everybody finally got the trucks clean. It'd been I don't know, we haven't done it in a while because it's cold and everything's been muddy and the gravel roads have been wet, so Keller's truck was completely covered. But everything's looking really good now. That should be fun. Hopefully they take some good pictures and whatnot. Some good rollers on the way there. But I did want to give you guys an update on the first gen. We have some big stuff coming. I did pay for my turbo this last Monday from the boys over at Savage Fab, so they said they would be probably shipping it this Monday. It just depends. I'm not in any big hurry. I just whenever he's good to go and gets it all boxed up and ready to roll, he'll send it my way, and I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to do some reviews for you guys because tons of people ask me what they think what I think a 67 will do and how it'll react, and honestly I don't know, and that's why I'm willing to test it. I think it's gonna be an awesome turbo. From what he told me, he fully believes in it. They have a customer's truck that's a P-pump 12 valve second gen. Pretty rowdy truck, I would say, with the 67 12 cm exhaust housing, HX35, and it made 686 and I think 1200 foot-pounds. Something pretty, 12 or 14, but I thought that was pretty impressive. So surely on the first gen it'll help. I don't know what dyno numbers will be just quite yet. I'm going to put a transmission in it before I dyno it again because there's no point in dynoing it with a transmission that's just going to slip under load. So we're going to put a transmission in it, and then we're going to dyno it, and then we'll see what our numbers are and get the most we can out of it, and then we'll probably go up in injector size if it's not getting the turbo too hot. Which with 5x14s, I don't think that it will get very hot, and I think I'll be able to put 16s or 18s in it, and we're going to try and squeeze some horsepower out of this thing. We're going to be doing some more fueling upgrades, such as half-inch line from the tank, because that's my restriction right now. And then eventually we're going to take our pump off, and we're going to have to get it fixed. It's leaking a little bit from where the lines for the injectors hook up to the back of the pump on the delivery valves. Something I can see it drip off there every now and then, so there's a seal somewhere, an O-ring or something that's not. Maybe it's gone bad or something, but we do need it taken off for that. In that case, and that's another excuse to just get it built, or I don't know what they're going to do to it, but maybe get it to bench flow a little bit more, get some more power out of it, and maybe be able to identify the pump. Like some of you guys have seen, my pump is not exactly a stock VE pump out of a normal truck. I do believe that it is out of ag-based option or something. I think it's an ag pump. For the most, I don't know. I looked up the serial numbers on the side and stuff, and they don't match up with truck pumps. And a lot of other people said that they think it's an ag pump, so it might have bigger delivery valves in it already. But we're gonna send it off to a guy, which I will release his name after I do it, because I want to give a good review on it and make sure it's what I like. I've heard really good stuff about him, but me and a few other first-gen guys are really trying to figure out how to make these things make some horsepower. Honestly, if this thing makes 400 horse on that turbo and 5x14s with that trans, I'll be tickled pink, because just finally being able to do it will definitely come a long way, because I get a lot of crap about it only making 260 something, and that's fine because it's just what happens. I mean, it crapped out with the trans. Made the power, but once it got to the converter, it just went away, disappeared. That's the luxury of an automatic, I guess. But I would like to go fast, so we'll put a built automatic in it. There, right after I dynoed it, crossed my mind to put a NV4500 in it, but then I realized I just didn't want to dyno it. I wanted to put it on the drag strip, and I guess for pulling it would probably work, but I don't think. It's not. I'll probably be drag racing it more. So we've got some maintenance stuff. We got some fun spinny things. We've got a lot of stuff coming for the first gen. I'm going to try Oh, and like ride quality stuff. I'm gonna try and get some front leafs and shocks all the way around for it. Hopefully some new tires and wheels. Because once we sell this red truck, you can probably imagine we're gonna be dumping some money into the first gen. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping we can make some power. You guys know, Cole's gonna build my trans. I'll let you know who's gonna do the pump. And besides that stuff, I let other people do. The rest of it I do myself, just because I don't see him paying somebody else to do it whenever I know how. So we're gonna fix injector leaks because I've still got problems with those. Even though you guys have seen me fix them 3 times now, it jumps to a different injector, and I don't know why. So we're gonna get cracking on the 3rd gen. I'm probably gonna put you guys on time lapse. I will let you see what we will be working on. There obviously is no manifold or turbo, so that's going to go on. We're going to connect we've already got all of our oil feed fittings switched around from the 2nd gen swap. Got our oil drain in. The turbo I've got fixed up already. I have the valve cover off because we have an oil leak somewhere, and I think it's coming from the back of the valve cover. I put it on. I think I bent the gasket or something, so I fix that, and hopefully it'll seal now, because I hate oil leaks and I don't want to sell a truck with an oil leak because it looks bad on me. Then after all that's done, we're gonna refill our coolant up because we drained it in a bucket under the truck. And once this thing's running, I'm gonna wash it this week and post it for sale probably. So we're gonna get after it. My dad is actually gonna come help me and give me an extra hand because we do have a cherry picker over there, or a motor, whatever you want to call it. I call it the cherry picker. We do have one of those, and that's what I pulled it out with. But by myself, it's a real struggle to get it set in the right spot, hold it with the turbo and manifold. The turbo's still mounted on the manifold, and get it screwed in with the little gaskets. I just don't have enough hands. So he's going to come help me do that. And I'm going to try and set you guys up on, maybe I'll pull this little white table over and set you guys up so you can see. And we'll put you on time lapse. What's going on, guys? I'm not sure if you can tell, but we do have this somewhat wrapped up. For some reason, my GoPro SD card got full, which I'm not sure why, because I only had like 10 minutes worth of recording on it. So I might have to get a new SD card, because I looked up and it said full about halfway. We were about halfway done working on this whenever me and my dad were here a couple days ago. But yeah, we pretty much got it, the hard part done, is what I would say. The exhaust is going to be hard because it's not just a bolt-up exhaust, it's kind of haggard a little bit. But we got the heavy lifting done for sure. The turbo and manifold are on, it's all bolted up. I put the intercooler piping on this side on already. So we're looking pretty good now. We're getting pretty dang close to firing it up. I'm probably going to leave the valve cover off for that because it's leaking from somewhere up high towards the back, and I think it's the valve cover, and it's been driving me nuts. So we're going to check that first. But we got all of our lines hooked back up that go to the turbo oil feed. We still have to hook up the oil drain, which I just found the screws or bolts for those. So we're getting pretty close. I'm gonna try and video some of. I mean, this is the small stuff. Most of you guys don't want to see that. I mean, hooking up oil drain is not any fun. I don't know if we have to adjust anything to do with the downpipe, which all that stuff sucks. I hate doing exhaust. Downpipes aren't awful, but on these trucks they're kind of a pain because they're hard to get to. We're gonna have to hook up our intake and hook up our sensors. For the most part, that's pretty well it. We got to hook up this line, which I honestly don't know what this does, but it's loose. We haven't got it hooked up yet. And then I wish all this stuff wasn't in here. I don't know exactly what it does, but I know it's in the way whenever you got to put on a manifold, and it drove me crazy. But yeah, we're gonna try and finish this thing up, and then we do have some work we could do to the first gen, which we're not going to get that done today. We got places to go. I had to go price shipping for a set of 15 by 12 welds. My turbo should be sent out today for shipping. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if he's finished up 100% with it. He said he had a little surprise for me, so however long he wants it, he can have it. Hopefully I do get it within the next week. I'm really hoping. We're going to make our own little intake system with some 4-inch pipe we've got laying around, which I'll have to order some boots for that, but that's it. We're going to make our own, so you guys can maybe do the same. I do want to make a intake box as well, so maybe some small slight fabrication stuff coming up for some videos, and that should be fun. A little bit of how-to stuff, so you guys, I'll put what everything is and all the products we're using and measurements and all that, so you guys could just get the same stuff and do the same thing if it works out right and you think it would work good for your truck. So we're gonna hop back to it, try and get this thing done. Doesn't sound great without exhaust, obviously, but it does fire up, it does run. So we're probably going to clean up and cut it off here. I'm going to wait till later when all the guys are here so I can have some extra help, and, well, not necessarily help, but hands hanging exhaust, because that one long pipe is going to be pretty interesting by myself. So probably pull this forward a little bit and we'll put the exhaust on later, and pretty solid. Then we'll wash it, get the headlights and all the lights in, clean out the